Hey everyone! So, the day starts with rain. Some might see this and cancel, but for us, this is when the real adventure ride begins. Let's go! We're hitting the road, heading out to Waynesville for the LAMA monthly meeting today. And we're doing it by tracing the legendary Route 66. There is nothing like the feeling of crossing these massive old bridges over the river. Leaving the highway behind, we dive into these incredible winding roads surrounded by green. This is the heart of the adventure, where every turn shows you something new. You just have to stop and take it all in sometimes. Look at that view. Another river crossed, another piece of the beautiful Missouri landscape. We're rolling through the small town of Crocker, a perfect slice of Americana right here. These villages are living history, each one a stop along the iconic Mother Road. And then the sun comes out and the road just opens up. Riding alongside these massive bluffs and the sparkling river, this is what it is all about. Sharing these moments in this iconic route with fellow riders just makes it better. Remember that rain from this morning? Yeah, me neither. This is absolute riding perfection. This adventure proves that the best rides aren't about perfect weather, but a perfect mindset. Route 66 in Missouri is an iconic mark point waiting for you to explore it. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and ride! And we are getting to Waynesville, Missouri. The iconic spot, the giant Route 66 shield right in downtown Waynesville. On the main square, across from the historic Pulaski County Courthouse Museum, there is a mandatory stop for anyone on a motorcycle, the big Route 66 shield. What is it? It is a massive 8x8-foot Route 66 shield made of solid metal. Fun fact, this is no ordinary sheet metal sign, it weighs over 1,000 pounds. It was built entirely through donations from local businesses and has become the absolute #1 photo and selfie spot for motorcycle clubs crossing the state. Backing your bike up right next to the shield is the classic keepsake photo. The important stuff. Route 66 and the Rubidoo Bridge Waynesville is locally known as one of the stops with the most heart along Route 66 in the Central Ozarks. For riders, the asphalt here is pure fun due to the rolling terrain. But historically, it carries a lot of weight, twisty history. This place is so magical, out of nowhere. A lovely lady from the team keeping Route 66 history alive showed up and gifted us these buttons. Thank you so much for such a sweet gesture, ma'am. The 33-mile stretch of Route 66 cutting through Pulaski County, where Waynesville sits, is famous for its sharp curves, steep hills, and breathtaking bluffs, offering a welcome escape from the monotony of the I-44 interstate. The Route 66 Neon Park is a fascinating outdoor museum located in St. Robert, Missouri. Opened on May 9, 2025. It is situated within the historic George M. Reed Roadside Park, right in the median between the eastbound and westbound lanes of the historic Route 66. It is the first park of its kind developed along the nearly 2,448 miles of the Mother Road, serving as a dedicated haven for preserving the vibrant mid-century roadside culture. Here are the key highlights of this unique roadside attraction. 1. Rescuing the roadside orphans. The park was created to rescue, restore, and preserve iconic vintage neon signs from forgotten motels, diners, and gas stations that were left abandoned or facing destruction after Route 66 was bypassed and decommissioned. In collaboration with the Route 66 Association of Missouri, the park collects and breathes new life into signs that span the highway's golden era from the 1920s to the 1980s, sourced from various spots across the state too. Featured neon displays. The park features masterfully restored original pieces alongside historic markers, including the Stanley Cortel, a stunning 1950s neon sign from a famous St. Louis area court. The motel was notable for hosting astronauts who trained for NASA's Project Mercury, the United States' first human spaceflight program. Oaks Court, modern cabins, a rare find that had been sitting forgotten in a barn since the 1950s or 60s before being meticulously restored to its original glow. Tri-State Bonding, a unique, quirky sign from a 1959 bail bonds business in Carthage, Missouri, featuring a famous jailbird graphic that has become a highly popular photo spot. The Route 66 Centennial Shield, a brand new interactive neon installation funded by the Centennial Commission, perfect for a photo op. After a long journey, we arrived at our last stop of the day, where I will place my respective sticker on the iconic Route 66 Devil's Elbow Bridge. The history of the Devil's Elbow Bridge nestled deep within the rugged Ozark Mountains of Missouri. The Devil's Elbow Bridge stands as one of the most scenic, historic, and beloved landmarks along the entire stretch of historic Route 66, crossing the Big Piney River. This steel truss bridge encapsulates the true spirit of the Mother Road 1. How the Devil's Elbow got its name. The colorful name of this location dates back long before the pavement of Route 66. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, local loggers used the Big Piney River to float massive timber rafts downstream. At this precise spot, the river makes a blind, treacherous 180-degree bend surrounded by towering 200-foot limestone bluffs. Back home now, hoping you enjoyed this beautiful ride just as much as we did. Here are some shots from the journey back, capturing a bit of how incredible it is to cruise these alternative roads full of history to share. See you in the next video, and let's roll.